matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense will get the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll keep it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Carr. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Boilermakers offense will take the field for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like, one of the best in the country at your spot. So, interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so, if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes, because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The short hands, it's Ross. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And the Boilermakers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll move the tight end. Gonna run it. It's Love. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Using his legs, it's McCoby. Quick spin on the run. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. trying to bully their way in. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got fourth down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board there.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
No good. So after the missed kick, it's still 3-0.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Using his legs at slot. Sweet cut there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Dead center perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's McCoby. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. To the air, it's Carr. Unloads it left. Finds a man by himself. Oh, he got loose. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Boilermakers! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. To the air, it's Carr. Hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
Might as well give it to him again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Off the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going downfield for the big play. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Pulls and fires complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
And the Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on third. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Carr. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
With the catch, it's McCoby. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Back to pass, it's Carr. Got it in the middle, it's Locke. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And it slips just inside that right upright. And they've regained the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Makes the grab. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Now the play fake. It's on target and complete. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Well, we've seen this a couple of times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him when they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
Wants to throw. It's Carr. Finds his man down the middle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's McCoby. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's McCoby. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Punt is on its way. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here come the Irish, back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Could have stretched the lead out there, but guys, it's still sitting at 9.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for a gap. It's McCoby. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited.
Breaks into the open. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Looking for a crease. It's Love. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game. All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out into the flat for the score.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Quarterback on the keeper. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Keeps Takes it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Now they'll run the draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run, and they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
They punted away on 4th down. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The give out of the gun. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He'll take the deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to
makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Boilermakers are flying down the field. They'll give it on the counter. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You got to give this defense credit, because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
You know, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly because you know he's so wide open, like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Irish send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. To the air on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And the Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. The chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab, pass to marker. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Boilermakers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right now. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Hits the open man. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.